here. Okay, that went through. Perfect. Thanks. All right, let's get all these apps on, huh? Okay, choose preferred vehicle. Okay. Let's put on Grubhub, see if we get any orders from Grubhub. Try to schedule a block, perhaps. What's going on, Ulf? How you doing? Answer, etc. when you get the time. Oh, what, on Messenger? Hey, what's going on, Nina? Good to see you. Just popping in, say hey, and give a lick. Nice. Appreciate it, Nina. That's heckin' dope. Huh? I wasn't really... Jesus, you sent a lot of shit. Jeez. I'll have to... Yeah. I'll get around to it bit by bit. Hey, what's going on, B? How you doing? We're just heading out. Didn't sleep the best, so bit of a late start today. But that's okay. We're heading out. We're gonna rock and roll, baby. Okay. Oh, Grubhub, what do we got? $11 for 12 miles? I don't think so. Let's make sure this is good. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Juliet today. That's the one we're taking out. When it's not as windy, I'll start taking DJ out more. Try not to spam Mike, but I'm kind of lonely in my life because no one is into the stuff I'm into. Too much conformity. It's understandable, Wolf. I get what you're saying. Let's see. Something on TikTok? Yeah, I haven't been on TikTok in a while. I mean, I have an account. I'm just not active on it. Same thing with Instagram. I have an account on Instagram, but I'm not active on it. It's pretty much just YouTube and casually for Facebook. For YouTube Shorts. Yeah, you figure a lot of... there's a lot of intersection, I guess, with both of the shorts. But yeah, I don't really... I mean, I have an account. I just don't use it. Never had an Instagram. I've had some times in the past where I would pursue wanting a big following on both of them, but I just like YouTube better. And YouTube is usually more rewarding to creators anyway. And I don't know, platforms, trends, fads come and go, but YouTube usually stays. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it in that sense. I kind of wish YouTube would stop copying TikTok, though. It's like they had their own niche, and they just decided to hop on trends. Come on, why are you going so slow, dude? Shit. He fucked me up. Come on. Alright, there we go. Okay. I just got to put DoorDash on, and then I'll have all the apps on. So I've got Roadie for offers, nothing doing. I've got Ships for offers as well, and nothing doing with them yet either. Yeah, I'll catch up with everything as soon as I pull in. Hey, this is Corey. How you doing, buddy? No, I didn't say trend. Not the performance-enhancing drug, you silly goose. What's going on, Corey? I was just talking about you on Eric's Live earlier. I said the thing. I said better safe than sorry, like Corey the Canadian man would probably say. Okay. Yeah, I got sent a roadie just now, but it's in Melbourne. It's about 35 miles from here. I don't think so. Nice. But then Corey said the thing. He said noise. That's heck of dope. Alright, pull on over here. It's somewhat secluded. Okay. Hard living here in that regard about the weather. Have a friend in Oslo, likes to talk about the topic, but he's on and off the internet where he deletes his accounts. Yeah. I see. 300 videos on TikTok. Wow. Look at you, Wolf, popping off. Let's see. Chip says, I like your topics. All find them intellectual and fascinating. Hey, there you go, Wolf. You got another person on board with you. That's heckin' dope, too. But, I never said I disagreed with begging the question. I'm not really sure why you came to that conclusion. I was saying I agree with Lewis, the fact that shut the fuck up, dude. No one gives a shit about fucking revving Civic. This dude is in a Civic coupe and he's just revving his engine. It's like, no one gives a shit, dude. Everyone's in Walmart just shopping for basic crap. You're out here revving your engine. Who cares? Yeah, but what Louis Guido was saying, souls is an absurd notion with zero sufficient evidence for its existence. It's like, I'm not overly dogmatic about the fact that it doesn't exist, because we also can't prove that it doesn't exist either, It goes both ways in that sense. It goes both ways where, with a lot of these topics, while we can't prove they exist, we also can't prove they don't exist. Am I going to use that as a reason to justify believing in something? No. It's just looking at both sides of the coin. All right, looking at your trap bar deadlift now. My only real critique with his trap bar deadlift is he's not getting himself in the position with the lift off. it looks too different from his working sets. But let me see how you did this time. Ah, okay. Okay. Huh. All right. Yeah. So, that's a lot better off. So your working set with trap bars always look pretty good. I can tell it's anatomically favorable for you based on your leverage. But yeah, your initial setup looks a lot more like your working sets, so that's good. Definitely keep up with that. So your trap bar looks quite good. And hey, look at you, man! You're up to 85 kilograms already. Nice. Yeah, you'll get up to 100 in like a few weeks, maybe. Honestly, by the end of April, I think you'll be up to 100 kilograms for full sets. So good work, Ulf. And let's see, we got the... Okay, so now I'm going to check out his hip thrust. He's got a machine hip thrust. It's got one of those cable harnesses. One of those cable belts. So with that hip thrust machine, Ulf, are you able to push the seat forward a little bit more? The top part where you're able to hold that contracted position as high as you can definitely looks better this time. I'd like to see you dip your hips lower if possible, but that's probably just because of the position of the bench. Because it looks like it's pretty far back. I mean, you're like 6 foot tall, so that I would imagine that backrest is pretty far back. If there's any way you can bring it forward a bit more, that'll allow you to sink your hips lower in the bottom position. The actual set itself looks pretty good outside of that critique. So I'll give that a heart. The only critique is to push the seat a bit more forward. Period. Otherwise, the set looks solid. Period. All right, there you go. I sent that to you in Messenger. Quads are more stabilizers with trap bar. It's mostly glutes. It depends on your setup. So generally speaking, the opposite side of a working muscle is stabilizing that muscle. So when you do bicep curls, for example, your triceps are stabilizing the bicep. You do get a little more drive through the quadriceps because you're putting yourself in the center of mass. So rather than just having to work your posterior chain directly, you're able to get a more well-rounded lower body stimulus rather than more so like the hamstrings and lower back, like with other deadlift variations. That doesn't necessarily mean that trap bar is better because it does that better. It just means that's one advantage trap bar has above other variations. Oh, I guess you were in VPM's chat earlier. this crisp guy says Chip doesn't have visible abs. He's clearly never seen anything from him. Dude, like, Chip's he's got a chiseled six-pack, dude. And he's got those bicep and shoulder veins. What the hell is he talking about? He's clearly never watched anything from him. 12 to 15% body fat. I'd say probably closer to 12 than 15 for him. Some quad stimulus. Well, yeah. I mean, keep in mind too, depending on how well developed and how strong a muscle is on your respective frame, it may potentially try to take over or synergize more so with a prime mover with an exercise, which is what can sometimes lead to a shaking sensation when you're like pushing with certain exercises. Like if your triceps, you're getting a little bit of shake in the elbows, for example, you might experience some of that because your triceps are being, they're sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more of an effort level type thing, I guess. It's a combination of that plus the amount of activation you get from that respective muscle, even if the mechanics of the exercise are not specifically focused on that. So you might experience more of that with the quadriceps, with trap bar, because one, you bring yourself in the center of mass with that exercise compared to other deadlift variations. And two, based on your individual leverage, since you're a taller guy with longer leg bones, I have you sit lower because that creates more favorable leverage for you, especially given your lower back situation. So it makes sense for you to do that. And yeah, everyone that's just coming in the stream, don't forget to hit that lick button. Let's see if we get it up to 10 before we get our first order today. Chip, I know you're not talking about me, LOL. Oh yeah, different Chip. His name is Ciprician. He's from Romania. He's a pretty cool dude. But it's spelled Chip as in CIP. But yeah, he's a guy that Ulf and I know. He goes out, he does activism on the streets. He's pretty cool. And yeah, he's in good shape, man. He's definitely in good shape. Will be in the future. Crazy ADHD. I programmed hopped like crazy before I met Mike. Yeah, I would say you've gotten better with your adherence to a program. So that's definitely a good trait. Because if you're constantly program hopping, you're not going to make the gains that you want to make in the long run. Yeah, you're more than Ulf, you're more than welcome to link Chip's channel in the chat if you want. And yeah, these screenshots in VPM's chat, I'm sorry, man, but the people arguing against the people that come in the chats and say stupid stuff, they're not any better. They're really not. They argue way too much on emotion while claiming to have an intellectual conversation. That just doesn't go anywhere. I mean, you and I both know that, Wolf. Same fallacies over and over, yeah. Alright. Anyway, I think that's all I got for that. Oh, yeah. Meh. Do. rarely lead to resolution or anything substantial. Yeah, exactly. That is one Hundo correcto. Oh yeah, that's right. He renamed his channel. That chip guy. That chip guy. That's funny. Yeah. So when it comes to getting EBT back, I did figure out there are exceptions with the qualifying orders, right? Because for a contract violation to go away, it's not based on 100 total orders. It's based on 100 qualifying orders. So batches and shopping orders don't count, which kind of sucks. Means it's going to take longer, you know? But, I mean, on the bright side, at least we can still keep working towards it for one. And overall, these orders have been fine. You know, they've been fine. So, I figure we'll just keep doing our thing. And then when we do inevitably get EBT back, then that'll be a day to celebrate. Arguments based on... Yeah, I got what you're saying. Yeah, I saw that too. I agree. We both already know how I feel about that stuff and the people that participate in it. But I also don't really love talking much about it because it's the same shit. You know? It's just the same pathetic shit. I'll leave it up to the more dedicated people to keep pushing back against them. I'm gonna start moving around a bit more. See if we can make this green light. Okay. Yeah, I thought maybe we can make the light. Not quite. That's okay. Yeah. We got ourselves a busy rush hour today, huh? Alright, I gotta wait to cross. I'm gonna push my work later tonight. I think that'll be a good idea. This guy did a good job. Finally he did, but he did. Let's see. Ulf is gonna occupy me for a while. Oh, there you go. Right on, Ulf. Cool. And oh, we got PPP in the house. What's going on, PPP? How you doing? Good to see ya. We are out doing our thing again. Let's see. Chip says I have ADHD as well. Oh, what did he do well? He did well against pushing back against the cult of personality with David Arenas. It took him a long time to finally do it. Hold on, give me a second. They were just blocking my path, like the dick that they are. What else is new? Extremely interesting, will occupy my full attention. Hey, there you go, Chip. Nice work. Glad that my buddy Ulf was able to find you something that is heckin' dope. Alright, 1784, 16.6 miles with Grubhub. I don't think so. If it was half the distance, I would take it. But it's not, so I digress. Yeah, I'm surprised Grubhub's the one sending me offers right now. Usually it's DoorDash. But we'll see what happens. You know, DoorDash will pick up at some point. Sky even watched some of the clip with Chip. Should have happened, then cause David was a dick. Yeah, no kidding. You know, the thing too is that people have been telling him for a long ass time how much of a dick he was, and he still kept being charitable to him. But, you know, I'm just glad he finally did push back. I don't think you're too far off with that, PPP. That wouldn't terribly surprise me if there were some commonalities with that. Would not surprise me. Tree trimming back there. Yeah, I'll just find a shaded area. And I think I found one. Sweet. Hey, what's going on, Colleen? Good to see you. Trolls was so paced that time. It's funny. How you doing today, Colleen? How's your day going? Just chilling out? A bit of a late start, but we are out here. We're going to try to score some orders this afternoon, and I'll definitely capitalize on the evening. I was thinking of probably coming out at 6 instead of 5, so I can stay out an hour later, maybe. Just, my sleep schedule hasn't really kicked in yet. I still, like, my body still keeps trying to wake me up at, like, 5:30, 6 in the morning. It's like, I don't want to get up that early, man. There's no real point. It's slow as shit in the morning now, you know? It just makes more sense for me to be able to head out later in the day, capitalize on that time period, because that's where more customers are placing orders right now, and then sleep in, but mentally, I can't sleep in, man. Hell, I wake up at 3:30. Oh, I'm staying up. That's basically it. But it's okay. Just doing our thing, you know? Yeah, you know that feeling? Yeah. That feeling is no bueno. But hey, we got a job to do, right? So at least we're out here seeing what we can do. Yeah, nothing with Roadie. It's we got Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats on right now. Seeing which one of these decides to throw me a synthetic bone. What's going on, Foodies Vacations? How you doing today? It says there's 9 people, but only 4 likes. So don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. That would be heckin' dope. Wolf Hundo on Instagram, and then Wolf Johansson. That's right, Wolf Johansson on Facebook. Yeah, day is still young, so we got time. You know, even if the lunch hours aren't so great, we still got the whole dinner shift later on. I mean, I might even still come out at 5 instead of coming out at 6. Maybe just stay out later, as long as I'm in the groove and all that. We'll see what happens. The sky is pretty clear here. Talks like David, supports him. I kind of like his content, not gonna lie. He is... Oh, okay, I got you. Looks beautiful out there. Yeah, it's a nice day out for sure. We're still getting a lot of southeast wind, you know, but it's definitely a nice day out. Let's see. Chip says, I am still reading initial comments. I have seen all those fallacies at minimum once in my lifetime. Some more than once. Oh yes, prepare to be enlightened. No, I don't know who they are. I myself have committed some. Yeah, it happens, you know. All it takes is the right person to help us figure it out, to see for ourselves and be like, oh, now I see. And then, you know, knowledge is power, so pass it on, right? By the same people, but more vegan specific. Okay, I got you. Fair enough. I love how it says estimated 1 to 5 minutes, and yeah, nothing doing. Oh, you put up your daily cheer? All right, let me take a look at it. Because luckily, I don't have to switch tabs on this phone. Do I chew on it? No. I do not.
Wish everybody at my Dash friends a fabulous day. Remember, every bad order, there's a good order. Be positive, stay strong. Hit that metal to the pedal, babies, and let's do it.
Ah, pedal to the metal. Haha. I see you, Colleen. How cheeky. Pedal to the metal. There you go. I like that. That is nice. In fact, I liked it so much, I licked it. Thank you both. Want to learn and grow. Nice. Was a mod on the vegan Reddit, but got banned for some reason. No. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a Reddit guy either. I don't really give a shit about Reddit. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Red? How you doing? And as for me, I'm doing okay, Red. We're just out here waiting on some orders. You were, yeah. Nothing personal towards anyone, but I did reset my mods. I had some people come in my chat that had mod status, and they were just fucking around and being retarded. So, you know, just kind of hit the reset button. Not currently giving them out, but, you know. But at the same time, you know, I appreciate people being here. Because if I didn't want people here, I'd be like, all right, well, you know, get out of here. So if I haven't said that to you, you are good to go. It'd be like that, you know. You give people the benefit of the doubt, they act stupid and foolish and throw you under the bus, and then it's like, okay, well, you know, there's your chance. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. And as for everyone else, yes, you know. You know, it's a shame because I think giving people the benefit of the doubt is a good trait. Because I know a lot of people have good intentions. They want to do the right thing, you know. Mike told me I can't come to his... What? I didn't say... What are you talking about, Red? I never said that. Unless you're fucking with me. I never said that at all. Morally heinous, unsavory. No, you're good. Yeah, there you go. I see you, Red. I figured. I figured. Hey, what's going on, Lala? How you doing today? We're just waiting on orders right now. April Fools! Trying to download the PDF cards. Looks like Chip's having a hard time with that. Das no bueno. I'm sure Ulf can help you out. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm doing okay, Lala. I am doing okay. Mostly just quiet, but at least the weather's nice out. Yeah, let's move around a little more. Okay. Sometimes you gotta remind DoorDash that you're still out here. I'm also on babysitting duty with Lucy until Sunday. I think Sunday afternoon, something like that. So we did our thing this morning. Just went for a nice walk, made up her breakfast, and we sat out in the front yard. I filled up her snuffle mat with treats. She loves that snuffle mat. Just keeps her entertained for a while, you know. Hey, what's going on, Sonny? How you doing? Yeah, Freaky Friday. It ain't very freaky right now. It's more like friggin' boring Friday. But I think we'll get freaky later on. We'll see what happens. How's your Friday going so far, Sonny? What you got coming on? Yeah, working, run some errands, chilling out, getting ready. Let's go, Chevy Silverado. There's an undercover cop car back there, too. They're being really sneaky. Oh, maybe not really sneaky, but, you know, I can tell. Because when the sun reflects off the car doors, you can see the outline. I'm gonna put myself in front of McDonald's. See what happens there. Oh shit. Ah, freaking wasps. I hate those things. I had one of those tarantula hawk wasps flying at me yesterday. Didn't sting me or anything. But oh man, they pack a wallop if you get stung by one of those. Oof. I was lucky I didn't have to get hospitalized, but you know, it stung me in the foot. And hurt like hell. Zips can contain PDFs. Yeah, that's true. If you download it on the computer, you got to compress the file, and then you can open it. Yeah, I call MB Chip. It's she's got her own language and lingo, and Chip means friend. So, you know, since I think she's heckin' dope, I participate in her language and things and stuff. Looks like Sunny is at home. You won't be working this week. Oh yeah, that's right, the loaner car. I got you. MB, are you that chip guy? Funny. Let's see, let's hit that lick button. Yeah, heck yeah, man. Let's get it up to 10 before I get my first order. I think we can pull it off. Request my email and see if it shows up. Good weather's nice. We got dumping of snow last night. It's chilly again today. Hey, if there's any snow outside, maybe go out and make some snow angels, right? PDCAA score mic. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter nearly as much as it's made out to be. Total protein consumption, with all else being equal. Don't know much of the people here. No, you're good. You know, it takes time to get settled in, and I think you'll find a lot of cool peeps here. Hey, what's going on, Share Bear? Share Bear's got Share Bear 1, Share Bear 2. That's how Share Bear does it, man. She's like the thing 1, thing 2 from the Cat in the Hat, a Dr. Seuss book, right? Compress the file. Oh yeah, so if you double click it, it's going to ask you to compress it. Hit yes. It'll compress the file, and it'll open it up as a separate. It'll open it up in a separate area, and then you can open up the files and look. Do I support Cory Booker? I don't know who that is. What do we got? We've got, ooh, yeah, that order's too far. It's a shipped order. I'm gonna close that out. President. Actually, wait a minute. No, I think Kane's mentioned Cory Booker before. Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. He's the senior senator from New Jersey. I gotcha. Shit. Man, these people out here, though. Yeah, you're right. I remember Kane. He sent me a link to. He sent me an article about Cory Booker. Yeah, he seems cool. He seems heckin' dope. He's in the news right now because he broke the record for longest Senate speech. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I'll see if Kane will send it in his Discord server. I can check it out sometime. If it was filmed. Yeah. Let's see. Sonny says my chat froze. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring anyone. That's okay, Sonny. You're all good. Yeah. Wow. No orders yet. Jeez. What's going on out here? Is he going to be running for president next time? I don't know. I don't know who the candidates are for the 2028 election. Hey, if they pick him to run, yeah, why not? Oh, he did run in 2020. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I wasn't super keen politically back then. I'm not even saying I'm the most kept up with everything, but back in 2020, I don't know, that year was just a big shit show in so many ways. I know we could all relate to that one because of the unspecified virus of unknown origin, quote unquote. Because if I say the actual word, YouTube wouldn't like that. That definitely threw a wrench in everything. And I honestly wasn't keen on either candidate that year. But I digress. Yeah, we're just trying to move around a bit, you know? Cop acting most conspicuous. It's like, don't think I don't know what you're up to, Mr. Popo. I know what you're up to. Not saying I got anything to worry about, but you know what I mean. Yeah, just sort of moving back and forth right now. I'll catch up with you guys in a second. Back to the spot I was hanging out at. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I've got shipped on. They sent me an offer, but it wasn't very good. It was going too far. It was going like 13 miles, paying $8. Mid-afternoon would be best. Just getting back to my friend in Tennessee. She wants to keep me up to date with stuff that's going on in her life due to his impassioned speech, active political activism against current administration. Yeah, it sounds based. Have I ever been undercover? I've been under my blankets to sleep at night, but beyond that, no. Yeah, PPP. You're in Kane's Discord, right? Are you on his Discord server? If you happen to have a link for the speech, link it in the server. I'll take a listen to it. Let's see. I have mixed news to tell you. Yeah, I figured. It's always mixed news with her. Not that it's her fault. She's got a lot going on in her life. Especially with her freaking back, man. She's got a slip disc. Some other shit. Oof. Not to get into details. So trap bar deadlift can get you some quad gains, little hands, versus more or less, yeah. He was an athlete, one of the best footballers in the country. Oh, he played basketball too. Vegan for 10 years, vegetarian since '93. Wow. Yeah, sounds like a pretty swell guy. He definitely sounds like a swell guy. I mean, we need some more, like, good-intentioned and outspoken people in positions of power. And outspoken in the sense, like, you want, like, benefit marginalized people and shit, you know? Instead of presidents that like to suck off on the rich. But I digress. Still very hurt, disappointed over. Yeah, I hear you, Chip. I really do. Hey, it's okay. I respect that. I get it. I don't go too far down the political rabbit hole on my channel anyway. I mean, I don't mind it being brought up or anything. That's totally fine. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. Let's see. I guess if there's a bright side to mixed news, comma, it means that there's some good news. Period. It's like looking at the glass being half full, comma, right? Question mark. I use voice text a lot of the time, especially when I'm riding on the bike. Can we talk about dinosaurs? I mean, we've had a lot of discussion about pythons and eagles. Might as well throw dinosaurs in the mix. Do I play the aisle? No. I don't know what that is. Hey, what's going on, Frosty? How you doing? How's work going today? But, you said you get your paycheck in about an hour, right? That ought to be heckin' dope. Get that money! The skeletal structure of the Triceratops fascinates me. Yeah, when it comes to facing a creature head on, you don't want to fuck with a Triceratops. I mean, those freaking horns they had on their heads were even longer than, what is it, the white rhino? Is that the one that's got the really long horn, the white rhino? Imagine that, except you got two of them, and you're about the size of an elephant. That's a freaking That's a two-horn death machine for you. The biggest problem they faced, though, is they had relatively poor eyesight and low intelligence. And the low intelligence meant that they weren't really able to defend each other in packs the way that other creatures are more adept to. So that often led to their downfall with being ambushed, generally by like the T-Rex. It's funny because in a lot of older cartoons and movies, they depicted the Stegosaurus being against the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it was actually the Allosaurus that fought against them. The Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus. And the Allosaurus kind of functioned like lions. Like, they sort of had the ecological niche of a lion, you know? And then the T-Rex was a scavenger with the highest known bite force. And they fought against Triceratops. It was a surprisingly even matchup between them. Surprisingly. But then again, if you're a scavenger, that means you don't have to pick a fight that you don't believe you could win. So. Dinosaurs are planted by the government. Oh yeah, that's right. Government conspiracy. Earth is definitely flat. That is true. I mean, if the Earth wasn't flat, I wouldn't be able to stand like this, right? That's. There you go. Big brain moment. The Earth is flat. Horizon line? Oh, please, forget about that. Spherical shape, gravitational pull. Like, who believes in that? That's like freaking Matrix, man. Oh my goodness gracious, still no orders, man. Yeah, Ulf's got he's got a friend. I think he said he was a coworker who sends him like weird shit. Yeah, that's right. Birds aren't real. That's true. Birds are not real. They're spy bots. That is correct. But yeah, dinosaurs are pretty cool. Especially sauropods. Because, you know, they were just so damn big. And they ate plants. I think that's pretty based. We could fall off the end. Yeah, that's right. You're true. That is correct. I mean, that's why cliffs are a thing, right? A cliff is just basically the edge of the world in a more compact area. That's what it is, man. But watch out for the very edge of the world, though. Let's see. They're actually aliens designed to trick humans into eating poison. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because, you know, if you eat broccoli and carrots and chickpeas, you're going to just turn into a mutated zombie, and then there goes the zombie apocalypse. Hell, I'm practically a walking skeleton as it is, you know? It's because of all those chickpeas and beans and tofu. Turning into a goddamn zombie. Then I'm going to start eating real flesh. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. B's got to go for a bit. Lunchtime. All right, take care, Chip. Good to see you. As always, thanks for hanging out. Have a good lunch. Would I sleep next to a python for $1 million? That's pretty tricky. I guess it would depend if the python already ate. If they already ate, then they wouldn't bother me. Because they'll generally eat enough to have themselves fed for weeks at a time, you know? Do I like Vegan Zombies film A44? I have not seen that. If you're... if you want to send that in Kane's Discord too. Actually, I forgot to see if you are in his Discord. But if you are in his Discord and you want to send it, I'll take a look at it. There's enough Python stuff for that Stiffy guy. Yeah, and he spells it like Phytons. I started noticing that after a little bit. I'm like, wait, he's spelling that wrong. Do I have Discord? Yeah, I do. I don't have a Discord server though. I had a Discord server way long ago, but it just became too much to deal with, and people were just acting retarded, so I just nuked the server. So like, I don't have time to babysit people and hold their hands when they're using their crayons to draw. I was at one point, but I never really felt like I fit in, so I just left. It was nothing personal to... His name's Steve, right? Steve? The real thing? His name's Steve, if I remember correctly. So it was nothing personal towards him. I just didn't really fit in. Man, what is going on out here? It's practically dead, dude. If I play live music, will I lose all my gains? No. You might, if, depending on your on-the-go training, I guess, you might lose some strength gains, but as far as the muscle you've already established, you can get away with less volume and still maintain what you built. But I wouldn't worry too much about that because, you know, as time goes on and you keep lifting, you're also building that so-called muscle memory. So even when you lose gains, whether it be muscle or strength, you can regain it back more quickly. Although that effect does diminish with age. So just keep that in mind too. However, that can be counteracted to some extent with creatine. Because I know there have been some human trials done with creatine for like the elderly, and they seem to experience the most significant benefit from it out of the groups that they had in the study. Which actually does make sense. It does make sense because your body creates less creatine over time as you get older and older. It's kind of like testosterone in that sense. So when you supplement with it, you can definitely notice a benefit from it. Does creatine cause cancer? No. I haven't seen any significant evidence to prove that. I never even heard of that one. I know I've heard of the idea like it can cause insomnia or it can negatively impact your liver, but I haven't found anything substantial about those claims either. The most significant claim that seems to be supported is that a good amount of people experience no benefit from it. But not getting a benefit from something doesn't necessarily mean it's bad for you, I guess. It just does nothing. But elderly groups perform very well with creatine. Do I hate Anthony Chaffee more than you? No, I think you hate him more than me. I don't watch any of his stuff. It's just it's retarded cringe. So I don't watch it. Oh, about the elderly? Elderly with creatine? No, it definitely helps. It could definitely, at least studies I read a while back, they seem to have a noticeable benefit for seniors. Is someone who buys alcohol considered a bacteria abuser? Well, whether or not they abuse bacteria could be up for debate, I guess. Could you abuse your liver by doing that? Probably. Probably. But I digress. He's a complete liar and a huge sophist. Sounds like a lot of people. Sounds like a lot of people. It's a shame because, I mean, those people are probably always going to continue to exist. But as long as there's always people that are willing to push back against them too, I'd say that's a good thing. It sort of balances out in that sense, and whoever continues to fight is the one that prevails in the long run. So if these sophist ideologue types give up eventually, then the people that push back against them prevail. A sophist. Ha ha ha. I don't know if he'd be able to get away with being a sophist in prison, though. Because, that might drop, so to speak. Listens to lots of crap. Yeah, don't they all, right? Don't they all? Yeah, I guess it's just sort of me out here chilling. It's better than nothing. Matthew Niagara is good at pushing against it. And then, oh yeah, Danny from LVL. I thought it was pretty cool that he changed his name. I noticed a lot of people in that community have been changing their names. It's like it's sort of like reaching out to a broader audience, if you will. At least in theory, anyway. It seems to be doing well for some of them, like Chip, for example. That Chip guy, right? That Chip, not the other Chip. It seems to be doing well for him. I mean, he cracks like thousands of views per live stream, dude. That's cool because that's pretty big reach. And you figure too, the total clips can also give you an idea of how many impressions the live stream set. You figure your average click-through rate is generally no higher than 5% a lot of the time, which means, let's say he got 5,000 views on a live stream. That would be technically about 5% of the total impressions that YouTube put in people's feeds, which meant that they pushed the content out to 100,000 people, right? That's 100,000 people that saw it in their feed, pretty much. Now, even though only 5% clicked, that's still several thousand views, right? So when you put the math like that, yeah, it's quite impressive. Do I like Dr. Ids? I'm not sure who that is. Matthew Niagara is a naturopath. Not exactly sure if that is either. I think the new name of LVL is better because he does so many shorts and it will reach more people without the V word. Probably, maybe. I don't know how much of a difference that makes with impressions, but that Maybe it helps his click-through rate. Maybe. Is he only plant-based? Oh, Danny or someone else? Don't have evidence, just a thought. I mean, you figure, given how many shorts he does, his algorithm is tailored towards shorts. So it's definitely wise that he keeps up with that. I guess I have. Oh, thank God. We just finally got an order. Oh my God. That was brutal, dude. Okay. Well, it's let's see how much. $6.50 for about 1.5 miles. It's at Tropical Smoothie Cafe that we got to pick up from. Yeah, I've seen what you've sent of him. I just haven't remembered the name. It hasn't really sunk in. I don't really binge that stuff, right? I'm just not really into it. But that's just me. I'm not saying I don't think it's interesting. It has its appeal and it has its own, yes. I don't really watch as much of other creative stuff as I used to. I mean, I try to spread the love, like people like Cameron, for example, or a lot of people that are fellow gig workers, because, you know, I know what they're going through, and I know they're all just trying to make ends meet. I've made a lot of cool friends that way too. Beyond that, it depends. We're at Tropical Smoothie right here. Wonder why he still eats. Yeah. I mean, I know the idea of claiming to support something but acting another way is a contentious discussion. Like if you promote plant-based diets but you yourself don't adhere to one. It's like, I get why there's an argument you could, because I mean, if you're promoting other people to do it, if you don't partake, you can net benefit from it. But it is hypocritical. It definitely is hypocritical.
I see you all over the place.
Oh, hey. Let's see. The non-watcher of Content Dasher. It depends. I'm just not always up for it, and I don't always have the time for it. A little give and take with that stuff. We're picking up for Malika. I know who this is. Yeah, it looks like it might be ready. Is it a do as I say, not as I do situation? He doesn't practice what he preaches. Yeah, pretty much. That's a good way to put it. Just like religion. Yeah, I'm picking up for Malika. Okay, fair enough. All right. Just let the customer know I'm waiting for their order. Let's see, 1820. That's going to be, I think that's CVS, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We need many people who debunk bad shit and do debates. Yeah, I agree. I'd say the people that are willing to do that, patient enough to do it, they have a particular expertise at it. I'd say, you know, own your niche, right? Own your niche. Mike is all over the place. Florida's completely dashed in his DNA. Well, I'm all over the place in Titusville, at the very least. I don't think Matthew Niagara is vegan for ethics either, but their content is more useful for health arguments anyway. See, I do think there's a niche for that too, because we got to eat, right? We got to eat, and people are always asking nutritional questions, exercise questions about, you know, plant-based diets. So I do think it's useful. I wouldn't say that is specifically, you know, veganism, but I do think it's a useful niche nonetheless. The focuses on health claims. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it. You don't have the mental health or skills to do debates. Yeah, I feel similarly. Am I optimistic? Is that what you're saying? Optimistic? Or pessimistic? Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a pessimist. I don't know if I'd say I'm an optimist either. I would just say I'm hopeful. That's probably the most accurate way for me to put it. Oh, this is everything, right? All right, thank you. Sweet. It is an acai bowl. Oops, pardon me. Okay. Biscoff brand has some of the best cookies. I don't remember the last time I've had one of those. What exactly are they? Is it like a toffee cookie? I forgot what they are exactly. Let's see. Yeah, I heard about the spread. I thought that was interesting. Oh, shortbread. Okay, I got you. So that means they're really tiny, right? I'm kidding. Shorties, don't get triggered now. I'm a bit of a short king myself. 5'7". People say that's average, but I don't know. People are getting taller, so I don't know how substantial that is anymore. Okay. All right, just going to let the customer know I'm picking up their order, or I'm on the way anyway. On my way with your order. Hashtag customer service skills, am I right? Yeah, it's at the CVS pharmacy, just as I thought. So I remember dropping off to a Malika. Oh, that's right, it was the other day. Oh, shoot. Pharmacy's about to close. They close at 1:30. Yeah, last time I got there, it was extremely close. Like, they were literally closing the gate. So, yeah. Let's see if we can make it. Not to rush or anything, but you know what I mean. Why are you back? Let's not say, why are you backing up, man? There's people behind you. This dude looked like they were backing up. A vegan force to be reckoned with. Oh, Mike, you are a muscular beast. I will say that with all respect. Yeah, thanks, PP. PPP. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can get there before 1:30. It's 1:25 right now. You said I'm handsome too? Yeah, thanks. I'd rather be short versus very tall, low center of gravity. That's one way to look at it. On the flip side, if you're like into bodybuilding or strength, then you've got a higher muscle and strength threshold compared to shorter people. So, you know, give Wolf a few years and he's going to be a fucking beast. Not saying he isn't already well on his way to that, but, you know, just give it some time, Wolf, keep doing your thing, and you're going to be a goddamn monster, dude. Under 55 centimeters. You're cute. No, wait. Oh, you're a catch. Don't listen to naysayers and all their equine expressions. Yes. I mean, people are allowed to feel how they feel about me. I don't really give a shit. You know, like about the negative stuff. Like, hey, you're allowed to feel how you want, but I'm also allowed to not give a fuck either. So I digress. I think whether short versus tall is better does depend on your gender and society in terms of how well received you are by other people. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. It's a red light, come on. Come on, man, we got turn green, let's go. Full speed, let's go. Green, green, green. I want to make it before 1:30. They're going to close up. I might have to go around the back, deliver that way. But I want to see if I can make it. Pencil neck, Harry Potter, kind of looking. No, you're not. Get out of here with that. It shouldn't be that way, but most people's standards value height in different ways for different genders. For some reason, it's odd. Well, I think it's okay to have your preferences for people, you know, for like a partner. You know, I think that's totally fine as long as your partner is okay with it too. But a lot of people project that onto other people. You know, that's kind of where I draw the line, is all the projection. Rather than just being willing to admit that it's your own personal preference, you know? It's like when you get people that say, oh, I'm only into 6 feet people, and I think people lower than 6 feet are beneath me. And it's like, you know, I don't really appreciate that, you know? I don't really think that's cool. But I think it's okay if you're into people that are 6 foot. But, you know, I think you get what I'm saying. keep it open. Let's see if they keep it open. I'll catch up with the comments in a second. It says delivered by 1:35, but the pharmacy closes at 1:30. I want to see if I can make it before they close up shop. Yeah, and they got people in the drive-thru. Yeah, I don't want to wait in the drive-thru. I'm gonna keep you guys out here. I'll be right back. All right, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Usually, network drops out over here pretty often. I think it's a dead zone, especially over by Publix, or in this case, Publix. So I'll move up ahead. And there is I think it's like a 20-second delay on the stream, so can't accurately assess just looking at the replay. Well, not the replay, but can't accurately assess with the chat. All right, hold on. Oh, yeah, I had a feeling they were going to move up. They weren't willing to let me pass through. They had to go first because their destination's more important than mine, right? That's the driver mentality out here. I need to do what I need to do before you do. Who gives a shit about your own city? But I digress. Okay. Okay. Alright, this might be a good spot. Sort of. Let's see. Chip says, I project a lot onto taller women out of jealousy, trying to work on it. Hey, at least you're trying to work on it, you know? Are you in veganism social? I'm not sure what that is. Unless you're talking to Ulf. And yeah, Ulf's got multiple channels. Chip says, I think I subbed all of your channels. Hey, way to go, Chip. Nice work. going on, David? How you doing today? We dropped off our first DoorDash for the day. It paid $7, so it paid 50 cents more, which is pretty neat. I have the stream in the background, says Dan. Not in the chat much. Hey, it's all good, Dan. Thanks for being here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Looks like Stiffy's here. How you doing, Stiffy? He spells it like phytons. It's, I don't know. But he's talking about pythons. Pythons are amazing. Their enemy is eagles. To a lesser extent, alligators, too. I know in the Everglades, the alligators feast on pythons. If they're in the water. Favorite snake? I mean, they're interesting, and it's not really an interesting in the sense that I like the fact that they have to kill other animals to survive. It's more of an interest in how they do what they do, sort of, if that makes any sense. No. Yeah, they wanted me to cross, but that's not where I was going. I want to catch a little shade, some real shade. Be acting a little shady up in here. There we go. Because when it comes to the grappling / constricting, pythons are pretty exceptional at what they do. So they can be quite formidable, right? If you want to treat animals like video game characters, like that channel Tier Zoo, for example, where he talks about ecosystems and nature like a video game, you could say that they would be a viable strategy, right? But it's a strategy that is nonetheless easily interrupted with coordinated attacks. Probably the best way to be if you want to play as a python, if you will, is to invest in size. Because being big enough means you have less predators and you're more difficult to take on one-on-one. And depending on your targets, even if you get assaulted by a coordinated attack, you could still be tanky enough to take hits and finish whatever your direct opponent is. But generally speaking, if we're going to talk about nature as a metagame, if you will, vipers and cobras are definitely more viable. You figure vipers are they're sort of like an ambush camping strategy, and cobras they have surprisingly high defense because of their strike speed and their pretty solid movement speed, not just on the ground, but their adaptations to swim and climb. So that makes them pretty well-rounded cobras. And then you get something like a black mamba, and it's like, oh, Jesus. Also known as one of the most dangerous snakes in the world. They're also pretty large, too. And the speed that it takes for their neurotoxic venom to act is ridiculous. Mike's arms are pythons. Well, I wouldn't say arms are really a strong point for me, but thank you. Almost a week passed with the new program. I can run this for many months, Mike. Hope the Swiss bars are good for me in the long run. Yeah, I mean, you figure you get a little more versatility with a Swiss bar, especially if you have problems with that pronation with your hands. Because you got to remember too, Ulf, is that when you pronate your hand, you're creating internal torque of the shoulder joint, which isn't inherently bad. That just means you can get more front delt activation mechanically advantageously, right? But that could also cause irritation for some people. So being able to change up your grip allows you to get a lot of those benefits, but in a way that just feels better for your joints and tendons based on your current mobility, flexibility, injury history, et cetera, et cetera. Which in return could mean that you get more overall positive progression with it, even if in the moment it might be a little less advantageous. There you go again, biased with vipers. Well, keep in mind, vipers aren't necessarily... I don't love snakes. They're pretty mean and they're cruel. But I know they're just trying to do what they got to do. So I don't know. But, you know, vipers they're pretty good at ambushing, I guess. Because they also tend to put a lot of evolutionary points into camouflage. And they've got like that thermic vision, if you will. I eat humans so that a human rights activist isn't making... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there you go. If I had $1 every time I heard that, I think it's funny. Black Mamba versus Pythons is like comparing Harry Potter with Prime Arnold regarding muscles. Well, it's important to note too that many pythons they have evolutionary points into venom resistance. So even though cobras and vipers are usually more successful with their respective niche, pythons could win against them, and they can win pretty convincingly at times. Like it's trying to look at things with the big picture about how certain animals with different niches have very favorable matchups against certain types of strategies versus having not so favorable matchups against different types of strategies. Not every animal is good at every single type of matchup against other animals, right? And sometimes having more well-rounded matchups means that you come up short on the matchups that really make a life and death difference. Like a cobra, for example, has no winning matchup against a mongoose, because a mongoose has a total immunity to venom. That's why a mongoose sees a cobra as easy prey in Africa, or wherever you can find a mongoose at. Hey, what's going on, Blue Creeper? Christy, how you doing, Christy? How's your day going? We dropped off an order and we finally got another one. It's at Dollar General. And it's right across the street. We're just gonna go pick that up in a bit. It's okay, yeah, I gotta take the shopping cart, so I'll take you guys in with me. We'll do the wagon van. That's what I call it. When I put that gimbal that holds the phone on the shopping cart, but up north we call it a wagon. So that's what I mean by that. The network's gonna get pretty bad in there, though. Just keep that in mind. So if it drops out, just bear with me. Pythons are masters of stealth, patience, perfect squeeze. I would say the latter. The former's debatable, but it depends. Like anacondas are pretty well suited to ambush strategies in the water, and they get a mobility bonus in the water. But on land, they're extremely slow. That's why they primarily hunt in the water. And yeah, keep in mind, Stiffy, just because I'm not overly praising pythons don't mean that I'm saying they're useless or they have a bad strategy. It's just, you have to be honest about the strengths and shortcomings of the animal that you're rooting for the most, right? That's just taking a more realistic viewpoint, I guess, if you want to look at it that way, realistic. Because there are things they do better than a lot of other animals, mainly their constriction, right? But their constriction has limitations.
What dollar store you at?
Okay. Putting you guys on the gimbal. Oh, shoot. Wait. Oh, it popped out. Hold on. Wait a minute. How did that happen? Yeah, it probably just shifted around. The clamp was fully undone. Oops. Yeah, I'd say that's good enough. Why do vegans make their food look like food? I make my animals look like food. That's better because normalized. Yeah, I know that's not a real person. That's clearly a troll account. Oh.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Impressive ride you got there.
Oh, thanks. Oh, finally, I think. Wow. Yeah, we were out that whole time. Sorry, guys. The network just completely dropped out when I went in the store. I mean, I did warn you guys. I'm not kidding, right? Every time I go in that Dollar General, it's only the one. The network just caved out completely. And the Wi-Fi isn't any better. Oof. Okay. Anyway, we just made it. Gonna drop this off the customer, and I think I'll just head back home. So I'll just keep you like that. And for reference, we have 3 12 packs of soda and some toilet paper towels. Gotta make this quick. Hopefully the bike doesn't blow over. That would be good. Yes, I know, comma. I gave you guys a warning about the dead zone for the Wi-Fi, comma, but it's up running again, period. Yeah, I was just answering a question. Okay, anyway. Yeah. Argument the troll made was rubbish. Yeah, there was. Like, it was funny at first, and then it got, they wore out their welcome. I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it again when it comes to trolls. I give them their 15 seconds, but if they keep going on and on, well, you know, bringing down the band hammer, so to speak. A lot of the time, they just leave a comment and leave, you know? They just make the one comment leave, but that one wouldn't shut up, so I just, you know, band hammer. And I didn't completely ban them for reference either. It was just 24 hours, so they're welcome to come back as long as it's only there 15 seconds and then they leave. It's funny too because I don't go out of my way to attack people, and yet they'll claim a certain group of people, you know, force their beliefs down people's throats, and it's like, well, what the hell are you doing when you show up to my channel? You know, it's like, what the hell do you think you're doing? You're doing that same damn thing that you're being critical of like-minded people like me of doing. Meanwhile, I don't do it. I largely keep to myself and don't get into confrontation that doesn't directly involve me. But, you know, I digress. But yeah, I turned DoorDash off because it was just the 2 orders. But we're at $11.25 on a goal of 100. So if we nail it tonight, we can crack 100. So I figure I'll come back out around 5 Eastern. That would be 11 Wolf's time. Then we'll stay out for a few hours and we might be able to pull it off. Plus, I know Sunday is pretty much a lock for 100. And when I say 100, I'm talking US dollars for anyone that isn't American. What's going on, Nana? Good to see you. Let's make sure the chat refreshes. Half time it doesn't. Let's see, 17 people voted. 11 likes, though. 6 people didn't hit the like button. That's okay. You finna make your $100 goal on Friday. It looks like 65% of people voted. Heck yes, Slay Queen. Hey, what's up? It's the mailman. He's the one that gives out Lucy treats whenever he's on his mail routes. Answer your question? Let me see. Are you talking about the troll? I was just explaining that one. Unless you got a separate question. I want to get very strong on Swiss bar if it works for me in the long run. Yeah, I don't see why not. Honey badgers, it's insane how much venom they can handle. Yeah, up to a certain point, all it does is just make them pass out, and then they wake up a couple hours later. So it's not really an immunity per se. It's more of just a very high resistance. No, I don't know who the troll was, but like I said, I don't really care, right? It was funny at first, Like the first 15 seconds was funny, and then after that, it just got old. It just got old. I pretty much tell every troll or someone that acts like a troll, you know, you get your 15 seconds, and then after that, you either leave or you get booted out. No, they put multiple. They definitely put multiple. You ancient Greek philosophers, such hypocrites. Vegans are ancient Greek philosophers. I don't even know what they mean by that. And then they kept saying hypocrite. Why do you oppress plants? But then, just really dumb shit. It's just, none of this made any sense. Like, again, it was funny because it doesn't make sense. That's what I thought was funny at first, but they just dragged it on for too long. That's the thing. It's like when you say a funny joke and then you keep repeating it. You know, it's like it becomes less and less funny each time. And that person made a logical fallacy. Yeah. They don't give a shit about fallacies. They just go around trolling people. That's all they do. And it's like, it doesn't even bother me. It's like, I don't give a shit. I'm about as unfazed by trolls as it gets, man. That's why I do allow them here. It's just, you know, after a while, you keep dragging it on, it gets like, just gets annoying, and then, well, you get banned. That's it. You're welcome, plain and simple. No, I highly doubt it was serious. I highly doubt it. And you know, the thing too is like trolls, whenever they click on people's videos and they engage with the video, they're just helping YouTube create more impressions and pushing the content out. That's why I don't mind them being here initially, right? All they're doing is just helping me out. They think they're fucking with me, but all they're doing is just going on the channel of a person who gives so little of a shit about it. Because so many people in that respective community, they get so damn triggered. It's like, dude, like, what? Why are you getting so riled up, man? They don't even believe the shit they say. You know? Hiking Hippo. What's going on, Hiking Hippo? Is the Clank Zapper worth 1 million bolts? I don't know. Is Swiss bar good for shoulder press or seated shoulder press? Well, seated or not, doesn't matter. I would say just make sure you got peg hooks set up. As long as you got peg hooks, you're good to go. And you got to remember too, seated, standing, it's fundamentally the same movement. The main difference is which amount of recruitment of different muscles are you trying to acquire with the exercise. Like when you're standing, you can get hip drive. When you're seated, you're less likely to cheat. And you gotta pretty much solely rely on less leg drive and more of your upper body stabilization to initiate the exercise. But then again, sitting down is a more stable position. So, you know, those kind of nuances are important to consider. All right, I'm pretty much back home, but I'll keep the stream running because I'm going to take Lucy for a walk. Yeah, safety racks, peg hooks, pretty much. Yeah, especially with bench press. I think it's pretty foolish to not have peg hooks and safety racks set up for bench press, especially if you're like pushing close to failure. At least get a spotter, you know. But I digress. Oh, that's funny. This chat's not refreshing. It's like one phone versus the other half the time. Oh, now DoorDash says they're busy. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mid-afternoon. DoorDash, you're full of shit. Be right up. Okay, time to take Lucy for a walk. That Sunny Slide Down is a vegan who trolls other vegans by pretending to be carne satire. I've seen them around. Well, my principle still applies. You know, it gets old and annoying. I don't care who's doing it. All right, come on, Lucy, let's go. Taking Lucy for a walk. And I didn't ban them, I just timed them out. They're welcome back if they, you know, don't drag the joke on. Come on, Lucy. Come. Mama's not back home right now, baby. You gotta wait. She doesn't come back till Sunday. But it's okay. You hang out with Unky. Nice long walk. Oh. Ah, shoot. I didn't mean to end the poll. Whoops. I pressed the wrong button. But it's okay. Gonna see if Lucy's up for their long walk. Yeah, I get that, but it's like, it's just not funny anymore. It's like when everyone does it, like 20, 30 people in a group do it every goddamn day. It's like, okay, we get it, right? It was funny till it's not. It just gets old. There you are, Lucille. Okay. Go for a nice afternoon walk with Lucy. Okay. Could you hold the bank for a month? What do you mean exactly? What's his name? Oh yeah, RC. Yeah, I'm familiar with him too. Don't like him very much. That's why it didn't work out with me and him in the long run. And like, you know, it's just, you're just doing the same shit. I don't care what your intent is. You're doing the same shit that these fucking trolls are. And you expect them not to do it. It's like, I'm just not into it, that's all. To each their own. I know people find it funny, and some people even think it's a good idea. But, you know, I'm just not really, it's not my cup of tea. Not getting the swimmers out? What do you mean exactly? Hold the bank in? Beyond impossible. Oh, like Beyond Meat, Impossible, that stuff. Yeah, they're pretty good. I like the nuggets from Impossible. I haven't really had them in a hot minute, but I think they're pretty good. Same thing with Beyond Burgers. I think they're pretty good. Just haven't had one in a hot minute. You have a bank of... Oh, you're talking about... Okay, I got you. That bank, right? Is that the bank you're referring to? I mean, it's more of a canal, but I get what you mean now. Hello, fellow puppers. Oh, like... You're talking about, oh, sperm bank. Is that what you're referring to? Thought you meant like a river bank. Yeah, freaking stiffy. Vegans are confused. Impossible Meat is a more ethical company than Beyond Meat. I mean, I don't really care, honestly. You want to have a Beyond Burger, good for you. You want Impossible Nuggets, that's great too, I guess. I usually keep it pretty simple as far as what I eat. Definitely like tofu. That's a favorite. That's a daily staple for me. Tofu, chickpeas, that Premier Protein cereal, salad. If you don't want to answer, I don't know. What are you asking exactly? I don't know what you're asking me. And I don't know what my answer would be for that anyway. Are you talking about NoFap? Is that what you're referring to? The semen retention? I don't really care about that either. Keep simple, nothing tired, nothing old. Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, if I feel like having some junk, I'll get something from Gardein, pretty much. I'd say they're my favorite of the bunch. I like their buffalo wings. Definitely like those. I like their orange style fritters too. The Mandarin fritters, or whatever you want to call them. Possible not to... for weeks, months, or years. I mean, that just depends, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if there's any substantial literature to, just to see if there's any health benefits to retention or not. So I don't know. I would say DYOR, do your own research. I don't know. Looks like someone's building something out here. Do I think their attraction to meat is sexual? I don't know. I guess it depends how you look at it. I don't know. What about me? I'm not answering that. That's a little too personal. Yeah, I wonder what they're building with these. There's a book about it called The Sexual Politics of Meat. Interesting. Okay. I mean, if there was a link, I would just have to ask, well, what do we do from there? I don't know. Because it's one thing to try to make correlations or, you know, figure things out like that, but it's like, well, all right, well, what's the follow-up plan then? Is it just figuring things out just because, or is there some kind of, I don't know, is there some kind of initiative behind it? My video looks like a mushroom trip. I mean, we're sort of on a circular path with a bunch of colorful things. So, I guess you can argue that. I think the sharpness is up high too. I didn't set it that way. I think it just comes standard. So it probably accentuates the effect. So. But shrooms grow more in open fields. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Lucy does want to take the full path, so that's good. Nice work, Lucille. Apparently there's alligators here. Some guy told me that the other day. There's alligators around here, so I'll just keep it in mind. To each their own, Stiffy. I would say I might not directly support it, but just be safe. I don't know. Grow in autumn. I don't know about. Yeah, I don't know about Florida either. I'm not really sure how popular that recreational activity is here. I know 420 is very popular here. Well, actually, it's popular everywhere, but you know what I mean. It's popular enough where I can smell it pretty often. Sometimes out of people's vehicles, too. Which I think is really dumb. It's not even legal yet. So why are you going to drive around making it obvious? You might as well just buy a vape pen then, you know? But I digress. Mike looked at studies. Well, it's not that I think there's good things. It's that the research we found seems promising. It's not about what I think. It's about the conclusion we came to based on the consensus of the research we looked at. So that's an important thing to remember. And it's not necessarily that I'm endorsing it. It's just like, oh, okay, well, it seems promising in some respects. Just check your local state laws, country laws, whatever, so you don't get in trouble for it. Men associate meat with femininity and a desire to conquer. Women associate meat with manliness. Don't consume it as much. Advertising takes advantage. I mean, I guess you can look at it that way. I would imagine some people could. I don't know how much I would back up that that claim because I don't know how many people think about it like that. And I'm not going to use claims or positions I can't really back up substantially. And I just don't know how much that would really lead to positive change either, if you want to look at it in that respect. I mean, it could, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, the other one, I don't know, but those studies were specifically about shrooms. What are you looking at, Lucille? We're going to keep going, baby? Yeah, this path we take, it sort of wraps around this part of the neighborhood. Yeah. How hot is it? It's been pretty hot throughout the week. Oh, it's not even showing on my end. I can tell it's warm because that's heat my phone up a little bit. That's all good. Okay. I've watched Mike's streams on the mushrooms. Well, you say streams, it was, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was just the one. And that wasn't really the focal point. That was just something that Ulf wanted me to look into. The marketing convincing women to eat meat more acceptably used the same psychology as campaigns designed to normalize smoking among women. Do they, well, I guess subliminally, right? I guess subliminally, they probably still do that. I know subliminal messaging is pretty powerful in its own right. But, I mean, I guess my question with those kind of findings is, well, what's the game plan for it, you know? It's one thing to discover information or be enlightened with new perspective, but what's the next step to take afterwards, you know? Because a lot of the time I just see people exchanging claims back and forth and it doesn't lead anywhere. It's like, well, what's the game plan then? What's the follow-up, you know? Or is it just some big back and forth to see whose dick is bigger? All right, come on, Lucy, keep going. There you go. Do you want to come down this way, sweetie? You ready to go back? Okay. Yeah, I guess Lucy's ready to go back. I mean, that was a pretty nice long walk. I think we should promote the idea that men think it's more manly to protect the vulnerable than to exploit and dominate them. Sure. You could do that. I mean, how seriously people take it is a different story, but, you know. Hey, what's going on, MK? How you doing? We didn't do so great with work. We got 2 orders today, but it's okay. You figure it's Friday. Evenings get pretty busy, so we're gonna head back to the house for a while. I'll have myself a lunch and an early dinner. And the women, we should encourage the message that respecting animals is consistent with feminist position. I mean, I just care about basic decency above all else. That isn't mutually exclusive to, you know, just animal rights activism. But that's just me. And I'm not dismissing the idea of, you know, making appeals like that either. I understand why certain tactics are implemented. But if we're going to be critical of the tactic when it's not in your position, I think we should also be intellectually honest about it too. I'm not someone that likes using the same types of arguments that would favor my position just to combat someone else's if they act the same way. It just seems like a double standard and hypocritical to me. So that's why I don't do it. All right, we just got back. Let's see, is my network gonna... Yeah. Okay. Anyway, if you guys want to continue that discussion, you might want to just find some right now. I usually take this time of day off. Treating animals well might have some of the same arguments to why it's a good idea, but still pretty different things. Yeah, if you guys are more than welcome to take the discussion wherever else you want. I'm about to wrap up. And yeah, I usually wrap up by now, but you know, I took Lucy for her afternoon walk. But anyway, thanks for everyone being here. And yeah, you guys can continue on. I don't know if the stream will allow people to keep using comments or whatever, but if you guys want to find a place to keep it up, go right ahead. But anyway, I'm going to head out. Or not head out, I'm going to wrap up for right now. Going to have some din-din, or, well, said I'm going to have lunch, then din-din. But anyway, appreciate you guys being here. And don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. And if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, greatly appreciate that too. And on that note, I will be back out in a couple hours. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Take care.